to Bourbon Taste-Offs, playoff brackets of the best whiskeys. Join us in our season-long quest to find our tastiest bourbon. And here is the bracketology of our last 6 months of Taste-Offs. We are halfway done with the 4-quarter year, anxious to find what our next 2-quarter winners are, narrowing it down from 192 bottles to just one. Follow along to find out what our tastiest bourbon is. Cheers. Hello, welcome to Bourbon Taste-Offs. This is episode number 36, and this is a 2XO option, which is Dixon Dedman. He came from Kentucky Owl. Yeah. So we're kind of excited for this one. This is the Icon Series. Nice. So we're going to taste them off and find out which Icon Series option is the best. I'm one of your hosts, Todd.
I'm Josh.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Mike.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get on into this. We're a little excited to get this thing going, so Josh is going to pick. What's going to go against one?
1 versus 2.
Okay.
1 and 2.
Look at this. How efficient we are. We got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
So he started off, right, doing Kentucky Owl, like just being the master blender.
I was just looking it up before we started this thing, and his family, Charles Mortimer Dedman, was the founder in like 18. I know, right? They call him CM.
Mortimer.
They call him CM Dedman. And they had a hotel in South Carolina, which was the Beaumont Inn. And so he did a lot of entertaining people and running this thing, and he did a lot of marketing, and he did a lot of marketing for Kentucky Owl. He sold his share of it and then started his own company called 2XO, and it's 2 times oaked.
Gotcha.
I tried finding out where he gets his product and then how he blends it, but it is a blend. So technically, I think this is more of an American whiskey option instead of a bourbon option.
Gotcha.
However, big claim to fame or name to fame, whatever it is, of Kentucky Owl and then 2XO.
Well, I have his French oak of his, and it's very good.
Yes.
It's like better. I like it a lot more than like the Michter, or not the Michters, the Maker's Mark French oak. Like it's like way more flavor, way smoother.
Yeah, the Maker's Mark French oaked it. I'm okay.
Yeah. But I liked his that, and I've had the Kentucky Owl before because my neighbor got some as like a gift from work, and we had it because I'm not paying. Those prices are insane, so that's why I was excited to see the French Oak, American Oak series. Those are like $30, $40 a bottle.
Not bad.
So one of our closest friends, George, who has since passed away, Kentucky Owl was his favorite, and he actually brought it to Louisville, and that was the first time that I had Kentucky Owl. So like a lot of memories with that. So I'm excited to get into this with just the relationship to Kentucky Owl, and since then, like even for 4th of July, we'll actually put a bottle of Kentucky Owl, chill it in the on the boat, and then just sip it around, and cheers for our friend.
Yeah, well,
George.
we should bumps.
Absolutely.
Cheers. Let's get it started.
Yep. And Kentucky Owl fetches a good price tag. Like it's pretty
It is
expensive.
a quality product.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
Similar to Peerless, right?
Yeah.
Where Peerless is going to usually pull a little extra cash, but it always has the flavor profile of the packet.
And if we're wondering about his Dixon Dedman's blending ability, the bourbon fandom is gonna weed someone out if they're not doing a good job.
Yeah, go from somewhere to go somewhere where you're just blending, and on your name people like it, you're looking pretty good.
Exactly. And I'm not well versed on the tastes of any of these, so I'm really excited to find out.
So you probably have it's the Icon series, right? So it's the Sneaker, it's the Kwani, it's the Diamond,
the Innkeeper's blend.
Innkeepers.
I don't have the Gem of Kentucky. However,
Dixon, if you want to send us one.
that'd be fantastic. Yeah. In this episode, Glass 1 is the 2XO Tribute Blend. In Glass 2 is the 2XO Kiowa Blend. In Glass 3 is the 2XO The Innkeeper's Blend. And in Glass 4 is the 2XO The Sneakerhead Blend. Every bottle in this tasting is 104 proof. Yeah, we're going to find out which is the best, and I'm hoping there's enough of disparity and difference between them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not concerned about the disparity. We did 4 different fusions, and we were able to pick out disparity within that. So if there was any there's any worry, I think we can figure it out.
It's true.
Are you getting floral on the nose? I'm getting like
I am.
spring florally nose.
Yes, it's almost a bouquet of flowers.
It's not overwhelming though. So
No,
No, but it's like there.
Yeah.
you're right. As far as the alcohol, we're like,
Yeah.
what's that term again? Where it's like it's a gasoline flavor. The
Ethanol.
ethanol. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not an ethanol flavor. It's more of a.
Is it
floral.
E10 or E15?
15.
Yeah, 15.
E85.
No, can that work in your vehicle or not?
As long as it's over 2001, according to Quick Trip.
Sure.
Right? Yeah.
All right. Yep.
Yeah.
It burned out my sensors. I had to replace them.
I mean, it is a corn thing.
Yeah. It's part of the mash bill, okay? Leave it alone. It wants to be its own thing.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty smooth.
Again, like I haven't had any of his stuff that hasn't been good.
So when did this split happen?
2014.
Okay, cool. That's super helpful context for me. Owl just came out with Wiseman, and I was very underwhelmed with that. So I was like, "Hey, is this like a post or pre-Wiseman thing?" And I'm not gonna like put like, "Hey, like I love the Kentucky Owl products,"
Yeah.
and then like Wiseman was like a little oversold for me, and I was like, "Ah, it's okay."
Talk about the bourbon community. Like I've heard things, people saying like Kentucky Owl has gone downhill since the acquisition of it. Which
Well, we've talked about it before in episodes where your master blender is so important
Yes.
to like your flavor profile. And if you're doing blended whiskeys, even single barrels, when you're trying to figure out when's the time to pluck it, and you get rid of the guy that's making that decision, it's a different
That's a
world.
big deal.
I agree, but Dixon Dedman was not the master distiller of Kentucky Owl. He was more of a marketing guy, which is interesting. Like he was able to take that role, but now he is more of a master distiller, and he's actually blending
Because
things.
he's their blender.
Yes.
Yes.
Now he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
For 2XO.
Yes. Which, I mean, like I said, the bourbon community will kick him out if he's not doing a good job.
Yeah. Well, that's why I really appreciated him trying to do the American oak and the French oak in his line, because Kentucky Owl didn't have a every guy, everyday price point. And that's why he came up with the American and French oak, the oak series.
Yeah.
I thought he was trying to have one more in there. I don't know if it was like the Japanese oak or something else, but I thought he was trying to have 3 in that set.
I'm not familiar. One is a nice, dark, full flavor.
2, if you look at it visually, is actually a little bit
He's always
darker.
jumping ahead.
Yeah.
No, I like that, though. I mean, as far as...
Well, I saw Adam tasting 2, so I was just super excited that I wasn't the first one there.
got a golf tee time to get to.
I think next episode we'll be doing on hole 7.
We could just do it from the golf course.
Nah, no kidding.
Yeah.
We do plan. The talks are in about us actually taking a trip down to Kentucky and hopefully doing like some like on location
That would
be
recordings and also
awesome.
getting video of us at different locations. That'd be fantastic.
That'd be so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
I think actually both
I
of
like
these-
bourbon.
I love bourbon. Bourbon's awesome. Actually, today bourbon saved my basement, which is actually pretty crazy.
That is fantastic.
It is.
Tell us more.
So I had to come. I was coming to do this episode, and I had to go downstairs to get a container to bring bottles that I was bringing. And I got downstairs, and my septic system was backing up. And the only reason why I caught that is because bourbon. So thank you, bourbon. I appreciate everything you do.
No
for me.
kidding. A lot less of a cleanup.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Speaking of a lot less of a cleanup, we have a vote coming up on Tuesday.
Oh,
This is true.
it's
And I don't want to get politics.
No, but-
However, it's going to be so nice for it to be done.
I just
like
can't
all
wait
these
to stop.
ads and stuff.
I'm trying to watch like stuff on YouTube, and all I get is constant political ads.
Always.
You know, Facebook, Instagram, everything just popping up everywhere.
Yep.
I'm actually impressed, like the amount of mail that we got.
Oh,
Oh, it's
yeah.
insane. It never stops.
So you
Text
live
messages,
in
mail.
You live in Michigan.
Yeah.
We live in Wisconsin. I have enough mail to start 7 fires.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Well, that's how we're going to have to heat our homes.
Yes.
little kindling. Like,
I got my fire stove. I'm good to go.
Nice.
love it.
This is a hard choice.
I am getting,
yeah.
it's very similar. Like I'm on the nose, I'm not getting a huge difference. And then even on the taste, it's very similar.
I see. I'm getting a little more like Granny Smith apple and floral nose on one, with a little bit of that apple carrying through to the flavor profile.
I think you're just making up stuff.
I'm talking about me and
Right.
my
Yeah.
experience. You know,
Yeah.
Josh, if you don't
Relative
taste
truth.
them-
It's hey, what's true to you may be not
right.
true to me.
I speak my truth.
I'm
okay?
just kidding.
Boy, I should not have mentioned politics.
Open up a whole can of worms.
Cheers.
But
My
yeah.
bad.
No,
My bad.
number 2, I'm getting a little more baking spice, a little more oak charry flavor, less of the fruity notes out of it. So, like, that's kind of where I'm going to make my distinction.
There's more to
Do you have a pick
Yeah.
done already?
Yeah, I think so.
Hold up on the
do.
pick because I'm still struggling between the two.
Me too, but I'm just curious if he had already
Go
picked.
well, knowing Adam, he was about to tell us what he
No,
was
he
going to pick
wouldn't.
and why.
No,
I
no,
don't-
no. I didn't say I was ready.
I already have a
I
star
was just
on
going
mine too,
through.
so already picked.
Sorry, Adam. I did not trying to pick on you, buddy.
Dude, you can pick on me all you want, dude.
There is a big difference between 1 and 2, and that's just maybe it's just me.
I guess I'm going off the nose. The nose, I did not get a big difference. But I think the flavor, I do have a preference on one.
And for me, it's 2. I'm determining whether or not I like the flavor. That's the decision that I'm trying to figure out. right
Okay.
now.
Yeah. Well, like we had with the Angel's Envy triple oak, right? We had that chickapin, which kind of had a totally different flavor profile. So like that's different because I think they do the wood chain right inside the bottles for 2XO.
I don't know how. See, that's what I don't know. I don't know what their double oaking process is.
Okay, yeah, I thought for some reason I could have swore it was they do the oak chain.
What is the oak chain?
So they take like blocks of wood and put them on like essentially as like a rope and whatever, and they make a chain of the different types of char wood. So you want to throw like maple and Japanese oak and different stuff in there,
And they slowly drag it through the
you just drop it in the barrel.
Okay.
To help finish. So
for
you char it up
undefined
for
length
whatever
of time.
you feel like you need to make it delicious.
Okay, I mean, I am getting more oak
Yeah.
on these flavors. However, I wish there was a little more noticeable difference between. I wish there was a little more sweetness, I guess, to the actual grain profile.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So I think I'm gonna go first this time.
Go ahead, take it away.
are you sure, Josh?
I liked 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
However,
He's like number 3.
it's
PPC.
bourbon, so we can all agree
PC.
on that.
I'm gonna go with number 1 because I never got around to really liking the flavor profile of 2. So that's where I landed.
I'm gonna take number 2. Reason being is I like the I think it's a little more oaky, a little more malty on the flavor profile. It's got a little bit more of that oaky char flavor to it, and me with my Texas whiskeys, I think that is a big thing for me. So, and I think they're both a little bit proof equal plus, so they're probably like 105, 110 range-ish somewhere in there. I don't know.
I'm just gonna throw out what I know about it, and I won't say what I'm picking, but this has so much similarities to Basil Hayden because all Basil Haydens are 80 proof.
80 proof.
All 2XOs, so far as I know, especially the Icon
Yeah.
series, are 104. You were one
One off
off.
right there.
You were right on.
You're so smart.
That's why I'm kind of. That's kind of why I was like grimacing or smiling or grinning. I was like,
no, you were grimacing.
He's like, oh, he figured it out.
I know. I'm like, God darn it. So
Oh, sorry.
Oh no. So
Did you know what I was gonna say? Well, I'll tell you later.
So I also went with number 2. I thought the flavor lasted a little bit longer. You had a little more of that char flavor. The smell was a little bit better on number 1, but more of the flavor with the sitting on the tongue a little bit longer got it for me.
that's a fantastic breakdown.
Yeah.
Because I do agree with you. Like I think the one
Odd
no-
guy out again.
know.
Go ahead, Todd.
No, I'm talking about the nose right now.
Oh,
I'm not saying
He hasn't picked
I
one
haven't
yet.
picked yet, but I do agree with you as far as the nose. I think the nose of 1 is a little better than 2, but 2 is I think better.
Guys, hey, if you want me to sit in the other room, it sounds like.
Hi, I'm Josh.
Yeah, I'm Josh.
But to be
I'm
fair,
a recovering podcaster.
to be fair, this was a close
No,
comparison.
they're
Very
good.
close.
They're both very
Yeah,
tasty.
it's not that much of a difference where it's like, oh, get rid of this one, always go for this one.
Right.
So far, this compares like as a fusion series with Bardstown, I'd be like, get every one. And so far, this is like, it's very similar. And I'm wondering if he wants to keep them similar or if he wants it a big difference.
So 1 does not feel like 104 proof.
No.
It's super smooth. I think for 2, I was just wrestling with like, do I like this particular flavor profile, and one is a little more muted. I wouldn't even say muted. It's buttery. It's a little more
Sure.
buttery.
Yeah.
A little less proofed, although they're the same proof.
No, it's just I liked one. I like the buttery feel, and that
Yeah.
almost goes back to the Four Roses single barrel, and just how we like that flavor
Crazy
profile.
thing, right? We could never find those. I've been seeing them
Everywhere now. But now I'm like deciding which like yeast strain do I want to get.
But I already have one.
I know.
and I'm
The
like,
single
how many?
barrel or the single barrel?
The barrel strain.
proof? Yeah.
Oh, I have not seen any of them.
Oh,
Go to Discount Liquor right
Discount
now.
Liquor,
Yeah.
the one
We'll
right
stop there
Highway
in
100
about 2
Oklahoma.
hours.
Perfect.
Yeah. They have a Wild Turkey 70th anniversary there too that I
Alright.
didn't buy, which I should have for
Yeah.
my dad for his
Well,
birthday. But
Cheers
I
to you two, or you three, for pushing me out.
Cheers.
I did like this.
So number two one.
Number 2-1.
Yeah.
So we'll go over now with clean palette and everything to talk about 3 and 4, and it's all Icon Series 2XO. And by the way, all of these bottles are right around $100.
Yes.
So
Okay.
this is a $400 tasting right now, essentially.
Thanks, Todd.
Bills in the mail.
Thanks for having me.
I mean, if you break it down to how much we use, it's not 400. But I'm saying if you buy the bottles to do
Yeah.
it, no, I don't care.
I know. No, because we always say is whiskey's best enjoyed with people who like whiskey.
100% agree. I bought these bottles and I never opened them because I wanted to experience this with other people and get an experience of it that's organic to the
Right.
process.
Yeah.
Like there's so many examples of I buy bottles only thinking I'll taste these with other people.
Yeah,
Like,
that's awesome, Todd. And I would
Right.
say 1 and 2 were freaking awesome.
Yeah,
They were both really good.
I wish I knew more about the 2XO process that he uses though. Because it
just-
kind of
I-
it's vague. It's vague
It's
on
very unfortunate because I did watch the entire Dixon Dedman documentary about 2XO, and I don't remember enough to actually have.
I think they're vague.
all the-
I think they're vague on
he's-
it.
I think he's kind of aloof just to
Yes.
make it so he has his own wiggle room.
Right.
Yeah, because he never says where he gets it.
No.
He never says where
Nope.
they store it.
By design.
And he doesn't say what the 2XO process is.
Right?
By design.
Yeah.
It is.
Guys.
Which is upsetting. It's upsetting.
Okay.
Be
people
truthful.
like us.
Yeah.
Well, fair. And for fans that are into it, it's a big deal. And then
But you gotta have your thing.
Yeah.
You know, you can't tip your cards every time.
right. No, I agree, Todd. I don't mean to poke, but it's
I don't care if you
for,
are.
yeah, for people, it's like, hey, like I want to know. I just want to know a little bit more, and for us, yeah, obviously you want to dig a little bit deeper, especially if you're spending that much money,
Right.
Right.
$100 on a bottle of bourbon. You want to know,
Yeah,
for
It's just,
sure.
Come on,
Yeah.
hey, refine that. We need V2 of that and re-release that pot or that video. We want to know a little bit more.
I'm fine being a sucker of marketing. However, be a little more transparent.
Right. Yeah,
That's all I'm asking.
Right.
On
you
to
know?
3,
Yes.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Josh. Put us right back online.
off the pedestal in the corner.
Yeah, in the corner. I'm getting the color on this one's more honey. It's got the little more orangey color to it, I think, than the other ones too.
A little more
did.
fruity of a smell too.
The nose. I'm
I like that nose.
digging the nose.
I like
I
the
did
nose.
get more. I get it floral again from this one.
I think they're all very floral.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're just trying to pick out which petals we're smelling.
Gardenias.
Where's Becca with her apple?
Oh, yeah, I know, but she's the third apple,
Apple
from the
orchard.
left on the 17th tree on the sunset side of the hill.
So Mike, Adam's wife, Becca, joins us every once in a while, and she
She knows her stuff.
Oh,
We'll say it's green apple. She's like, no, I'm picking a more Macintosh. I'm picking it's a Gala. It's
It's a Fuji. It's a Fuji apple.
like got it, Becca.
With just the rind.
and it's true. She's right. Like
Yeah.
She is right though.
Yeah, she's not wrong.
No. But it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like we'll pick out a little bit of apple, but she'll like pinpoint what exact apple it is.
Right.
It's awesome.
I like this a lot.
I like. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was literally was just writing. I like this.
I want to hug you.
This is
Do
really
you
good.
come in a pillow format?
Everything from like the snow, like not the snows, the
snow.
nose, the
I'm
smell.
getting a lot, like on the
And
flavor.
the finish.
Yeah, the
Even.
finish is good too.
I think flavor though, I'm getting a lot of just straight oaky. I'm not getting a lot of char flavor. I'm getting more of that oak like
Yeah.
flavor and a little bit of those leather tannins kind of coming in.
This is great.
I mean, This whole lineup is a premium.
Todd, you're looking for a little more bigger descriptor than that?
No, but I'm saving some of it because when I do reveal what I'm thinking, I do want it to be something I haven't said already.
Got it.
That's what I struggle on. So it's like I try to hold back when we're actually tasting it side by side. But I'm not going to hold back, and I'm just going to say it's fantastic. It's delicious. It's worth the money. This one,
I would say this one was the most complete of the ones that we've had thus far.
I agree.
But I hate that because when we go back, like the last episode, we went back and it's like, oh, I forgot how this tasted.
Right.
And it does hold up to, I mean, one of us picked it, and so it holds up to going against what we were like, oh, this side's way better. Where it's like, you don't know until you go back. So I like to have this open air about it where we can go back to it and be truthful and not be pressured into being like, oh, no, everybody already said this would beat it all. Right. It's like, no, you don't know until you go back.
So on 4, I'm actually getting a little bit of that eucalyptus-y kind of cooling smell off the nose alone.
Was that Josh jumping ahead or?
That's me.
Mike, you fit right in. I love it.
We should bring him to our Myrtle golf trip.
Absolutely.
Because it would get crazy.
I love it. I love that level of comfort where it's like, was it really Josh skipping ahead or is it you?
Well,
I'm just sitting here in the corner waiting to taste. Hey, Adam, please go ahead.
Hey, no way. Nobody puts baby in the corner.
From Detroit to Kentucky and from Milwaukee to Kentucky, it's almost the same exact drive.
Yeah.
Actually, it might even be closer for them.
It's a straight down, right?
Yeah. They don't have to go across
time zone.
Chicago.
It's that stupid time zone. Oh, Chicago's the worst.
It's so bad.
It's so bad. We were fishing one time coming back from Lake Erie, and we listened to an entire Brewers-Cubs game just to catch the Cubs getting out of the game and then take the rest of the time to get through. It took us like 9 hours to get around Chicago.
Wow.
That's why we fly to Detroit from Milwaukee. Seriously.
Yeah. I like this
4 is really, really good.
I almost wonder if we're just getting warmed up to this whole tasting. Like it's almost like getting better and better every time we like.
Well, when we did our double oaked episode, right? We started going through everything. We were just like started picking finer and finer flavors. The more we went back and forth between everything, and that's like you said, getting your palate warmed up to what you're tasting. But what I will say is, like, they're all very good. Again, like, this has been a couple episodes now where we're hitting good.
Is this a coin flip?
I think you guys just like bourbon too much. Everything's good.
No, not everything is good.
Right. I don't think it's a coin flip. I do have one picked. However, it tells you that he does know what he's doing.
Yeah.
I mean, you are taking a gamble on spending $100 on a bottle, at least on this Icon series.
Yes.
And you, like, for me, I hadn't had them until now.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful that it paid off, that I kind of spent that kind of money and waited, and then now I'm tasting them and I'm going, oh, thank goodness.
Well, and if your budget line isn't $100 a bottle and you want to try his just oak series, though, like the French oak, they have an American oak. Those are both like,
and they're gonna come out with more.
And they're gonna more of those.
Yep.
But like I know for sure because I have a bottle. It's like there's like this much left in it, and like that French oak is like super nice too, especially for the price point of that. So. Like, I feel like he really knows he's doing a good job.
Yeah, and we actually tried the American oak in Myrtle Beach. A buddy of ours brought the 2XO American. It's good. It's more sweet, it's sweet forward, so you're not getting a lot of oak. Okay. I think the French oak would be a little probably better than the American oak.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But I haven't tried the French oak.
Oh, you could have, but you told me not to bring it. So.
Well, because I wanted it to be apples to apples.
We could have just brought it anyway.
Right.
Bless you.
Bless you again. Are you allergic to dogs?
No, I'm allergic to bourbon.
Well, this works out great.
Yeah. You got your pen because you're going to need it.
Right.
So 3 versus 4. Tough choice.
They're tasty.
Yes.
I don't want to go first, but but I can. You guys let me know what you want me to do.
Who should go first? I'm usually always like if there's a tiebreaker, so
why don't we have Mike go first? Because this is Mike's last episode with us before he departs back to Michigan.
Yeah.
After the Lions win, I should add.
Okay.
Oh, nice! I love the confidence.
Yeah.
I wish your team had it.
Oh, they do right now.
They do.
They do. I know. I was trying for anything. Anything to make it look bad.
They finally got a real coach, and that's the game.
First in the NFC North right now. If I do have to,
I'm just saying we have the most
myself.
takeaways.
You guys have a talented team.
We're not even halfway through the season. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Let's get to like December.
Yeah.
Season's made of 17 games.
Yeah, you'll choke on your turkey.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. It'll come down in tomorrow.
All right, turducken.
Alrighty. So I have to go with number 3, though. I have to do number 3. Both of them were fantastic, but honestly, it came down to the smell test. And I think number
fair.
3 just
Fair.
smells just a little bit better.
And the previous glasses you tried, it didn't come to the smell test. Like
No,
you actually
the pre-
picked the one
yeah.
that tasted better than
Yeah.
the smell test.
No,
So-
both of them, the taste was great on both.
So that's
It-
what
yeah,
that's what's the
what got it
tiebreaker
me.
for you.
Yeah,
So,
went back
so out of
smoking
any of
both
these, if someone's like, "Oh, here, try this whiskey," poured a glass for you, you'd be like, "Oh, this is great."
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, either one.
Those are the best episodes we do. Is when they're like super tight, super close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do agree. I kind of wanted to skip me right now.
Well, I'll skip you. I'm going to go with. I think 3 and 4 are both amazing.
Yeah.
I like them a lot. But I ended up going with 4, and
Like Dumb and Dumber. A lot.
a lot. I thought 4 was a better smell and a better taste. I thought it was a little bit richer. Really liked it. I was like, oh man, 3 is awesome. And then I went to 4, and I was like, it can't be more awesome than 3. So for me, I landed on 4.
Okay.
So now we're 1-1.
I will think 4 is more like the Four Roses flavor profile, which I think is why you're digging it. Because I was kind of getting the same like eucalyptus, florally, oaky, charry notes that I get from like a Four Roses single barrel, right? Because I know you guys dig that, and I'm refusing to open my bottle until Christmas for myself. That's for me. Anyways, so going back and forth between everything, I'm actually going to pick number 3. I thought that was, and the test was how many sips I had to take to figure out what flavors I got out of it. And I got a little bit more in my 3 cup than my 4 cup, and which is, so I'm figuring like it was easier to figure out high and low notes out of that one. So I'm going to take 3.
Yeah, when I first tasted 3, I'm like, okay, now we're getting into some good taste. And then I get to 4, I'm like, all right, this is very good as well. But the comment of like those floral kind of notes to it, I wasn't that much of a fan, so I kind of went back to 3, and I'm like, I'm picking 3. Well, let's show what these are.
What's 1 and 4?
Yeah, we're taking 1 and 4, and we're bringing them out because 2 and 3 is advancing. So we're back.
And we're back.
We're gonna show what didn't advance, and the first one that didn't advance was number 1, which, holy cow, is a 2XO,
Oh my god!
which means they all are.
Yeah.
And this
tribute.
one was the tribute blend, and I think this. So the Icon series has 5 different options, and once they're out, and
Yes.
you can't go back. The very first option the Icon blend had, I have not been able to see it, and so I don't have it.
Is
I
that
don't
the
even.
diamond?
The Gem of Kentucky, I don't
Yes.
think is part of the Icon series.
Oh, it's like its own thing.
I think it's its own thing.
Because I thought that was more than $100.
Yes, probably. And just like the oak series has the American oak
Yep.
and the French oak so far, and they're coming out with more oak series, but they're roughly around $50.
Yep.
These Icon series is right around $100.
Gotcha.
And I want to say the Tribute Blend is the 3rd or 4th installment because I don't have the first. So the second is the Beekeepers Inn. The 3rd is the Kiwani,
The sneakerhead?
and Sneaker is the 5th.
Sneaker one.
Yeah, and that is in this option. I just don't have
I
the
hope
very
it does good
first.
because I love cool shoes.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen.
He's
but
like, it's right there.
the Tribute Blend, I mean, 1 and 2, and am I correct in saying that it was 1 and 2?
Yeah, it's 1 and 2 against each other.
And they were pretty similar.
Yeah.
And it just got beat out by just some preferences of
Smell.
smell and flavor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I still have the price tag on this. It says $89. So
perfect.
this is a little less actually than
Yeah.
$100. And it should, because I think the other ones were better than this
Yeah.
one.
Could just be timing of when you purchase too, because I've
Yeah.
naturally
Big
bourbon's
time.
been-
So
keeps
I've been
going up.
noticing. So I like Russell's 10
For sure,
I
yeah.
see it all over the place, right? And this spring I was buying bottles for like under $30,
Right.
and then all of a sudden this past summer it was been crazy, and then now I'm starting to see it again for under $30.
Hmm.
And I'm like, dude, like how does it range $20 some throughout the year at the same place? It's crazy.
Right. Yeah, we're all under the mercy of what they
Whatever
sell
they-
it to us for.
Right.
So we're going to go to 4 and see what lost to
Sneakerhead.
3.
Yeah.
I think it lost to 3, right?
Lost to 4.
Lost to 4, thank you.
This is number 4.
So this is the most recent option for the 2XO, and it's the Sneakerhead. And one of us picked it.
Yeah, I liked it. I like sneakers.
Yeah. Well, you didn't know what it was. You're just going off of
No, I thought it was
flavor.
Liked it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
I did enjoy that one. It was they were tight. It was a harder.
It was much closer than I think
liked
the
it
first
because it
two.
was richer.
Yeah.
And I thought it had a better,
some like a good
more
set
comprehensive flavor profile.
like a good set of Jordans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the reason it's called sneakerheads is because there is such a thing as such a following for people collecting sneakers.
I'm
Like-
actually wearing a set of collectible sneakers right now.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Are you a big sneaker collector?
I was in high school, and then I had to spend money on children and houses, so then I stopped collecting.
But you
Yeah.
understand it.
Yeah, so like I'm wearing cash only limited edition DCs right now.
Oh, wow.
See, I wouldn't have even noticed.
I don't even know what that means. Making up words.
Right.
I'm not making up words; they're real
Apricot.
words.
But I guarantee you can get a sneakerhead that collects all these shoes, and you could talk about bourbons and be like, "Who cares?"
Right.
And we'd be like, "What do you mean, who cares?"
So you're saying that Dixon should really come out with a bourbon head version?
Interesting.
Hey,
All right,
that'll be,
you all heard it here first. You're right. I mean, he's obviously a collector.
Yeah.
And he understands the collection of bourbons.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in this 2XO, and he's not giving us a lot of information as far as
Right.
how he
Yeah.
2 times oaks it. He doesn't give any like information of like, how long the second oaking is, what type of second oaking it is.
So it's interesting. The neck on that one says 2 times oak by Dixon Dedman.
And then
This
it
one
gets into
says
the
Icon Series limited release.
So they're all Icon series, but I think they wanted to start separating them by the series now with the newest release of it. Because I looked at that too. I'm like, they all this little gold band right around the
Yeah.
neck, and the
Sometimes-
early ones say 2 times oaked, and the latest one says Icon series.
Sometimes I think that like they make the labels super similar, but then have little details put in them, so you actually have to stop and look at them, and that like draws your attention, so you
Yes.
can pick them more.
Marketing.
Marketing.
I mean, and to be fair, Dixon Dedman's foundational experience with even Kentucky Owl was marketing.
Yeah.
Like his marketing is spot on. So is it I mean, you look at like, does the tail wag the dog, or do you jump the shark? You know, what happens first? Is it him saying, this is what is good and this is how it's going to be?
Right.
And then people are following that just because it's the marketing, or is it the experience you get and then it gets you on board with what's going on? You know what I mean? Have you ever heard of wagging the dog?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, what happens first?
Yep.
Chicken or the egg?
I'm really
Chicken or
glad.
the egg?
Though, I'm
well,
really
generally
glad.
the egg, right?
I mean,
Or the chicken?
but to be
where'd the egg come from?
To be an
It's the
expert.
platypus. The platypus in the egg beats the chicken in the egg every time. It's the greatest, the best.
That is
the
true.
platypus.
Todd's trying to make it like a cerebral point.
Yes.
I'm trying.
And I throw the most ridiculous animal on the
No,
planet.
we all know it's impossible for me to make a cerebral point. But seriously, he's an expert marketer.
Yeah, no, he's good.
bringing the best of what he knows,
What I
which
was-
is about marketing.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is I'm glad that these kind of don't end up in the same as the double oaked.
Sure.
Right.
I would actually agree 100%.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like everyone.
No comparison.
No, yeah, but no one ever talks about 2XO when it comes to double oaked, unless like you know.
I think it's the issue that we're running in with bourbon is there's just so much.
Yes.
And you're just overwhelmed, and now you see 1.5 aisles of bourbon,
Yes.
and you're like, what do I
Yeah.
like? Oh, here's a new one.
Yeah.
And then you gotta start researching. If I look at this, I'm like, all right, 2XO's new. I'm like, what does this even mean? Is this just some random thing? Is
Right.
it from Vegas? Is it from Texas? Is it from like
Right.
wherever?
So
Like,
Utah.
All right, now I gotta like Google it up, right? So this is a challenge that we're gonna see, because bourbon is now being a lucrative
Thing.
and like, hey, as we talked in the previous episode, $250 million was paid for some, Penelope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are people getting into this? Like,
Right.
yep, they're gonna like, hey, like this is my pet project,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it's gonna be like purchase. So yeah, we're
Right now, I think they were talking.
great
They were
point.
talking. It was like Old Charters distillery. That's what the rumors are. They haven't specifically said which distillery, but some distillery is for sale. You can buy their entire facility, all the anchorage, the rick houses with bourbon in it, and the bottles, like production, everything.
Old Church has a huge following too.
But it's for sale right now. The bank owns it. They're selling it.
Why do the research when you can watch the great podcasts and then whatever ones we pick, then you go buy?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
You should really push
pay
it
us a finder's fee.
in Michigan so everyone can listen.
no kidding.
Exactly.
Hi, Michigan
There you
friends.
How many episodes have you listened to?
go. Thank you.
32. 32? 32. 32. I like it. 32 episodes.
Well, we're on episode 36, so you're a great follower.
a little behind.
And we really appreciate a little behind.
Well, hey.
Number 2?
Yeah, let's go to 2.
Cheers again.
Bumps.
Oh, look at this. We start over.
Bumps, here's to your grandfather.
Thank you.
No kidding.
94 years young.
94 years young. Drinks Manhattans by the bottle and
And not brandy Manhattan.
no, it's
Wisconsin's a big brandy.
whiskey and show the bottle of vermouth to it. Just
yeah.
introduce it and then
That was my grandma's favorite too.
Yeah.
I wrote hot and tasty for this.
These two are actually really similar. The things I really like about 2 and 3, I like, and they're similar between the two of them.
Yeah, I have one picked.
I do have one picked as well.
Yeah.
But
I do.
I
as well,
don't want to
too.
go first.
I can go first. I'll take it away. I got to go with number 3.
Oh,
This is the only one I wrote that I like this. They
you
were
don't-
all great
you don't
though,
like
but
the
that's I love them all, but this is like stood out, so I had to write that down.
I'm going to second that.
Are you? Oh, we agree.
Hot damn.
Wow, look at, hey.
Hey, Michigan,
Lions.
A
Wisconsin
moment
meets
for
right in the middle.
the history books.
right.
A Packer fan
Lions getting together.
gave a high five to a Lions fan.
It's Saturday.
Unfortunately, we
It's Saturday.
gotta sit at the Packer game to go tomorrow right next to each other.
So the
Oh, no.
the high
Brutal.
fives are going to be limited.
Yeah, he's like,
We'll send a selfie to add it to this podcast.
The high fives are going to turn into fists pretty
Yeah.
quick.
right. 3.
He'll be mad. We'll be happy.
I do like 2 a lot, but 3 is
Yeah.
just
I think
amazing.
So too. Yeah.
So we got 2 3s.
Todd, what do you got?
I'm agreeing. Like, I think when
I concur.
I concur. When we crossed over to that side, it was 1 and 2 versus 3 and 4. And I think when we did cross over to that side, we started making notes of being like, oh, now this is what I'm looking for, you know? And so it's like, it became 3 that made that notice happen. And then we're going 3 against 4. And we did think they were a little more similar than 1 and 2. However, 3 was the harbinger of saying that this is the flavor that we're looking for. And so that's kind
think-
of why I'm going that way.
I think the championship was the first round, 3 and 4. In my opinion. I like
Fair.
that.
Yeah, I mean, there were notes of that. There were, it's like, these should be against each other.
And what I will say is just like the Packers beating the Lions this year, it's a sweep. Number 3.
Nice. I like it.
Number 3. Yeah.
Adam for the win.
And I really hope this ages well.
I think we should make it age better by if the Lions lose, I owe 3 bottles of bourbon, but if the Lions win, I get 3 bottles of bourbon.
That's okay. I can do that.
I can do that too.
There we go. We're confident this year.
So, Mike, does this mean now I owe you 2 bottles of bourbon or what?
Well, let's wait till the actual
Yeah,
results.
the games.
But are we all willing to
Look at-
give a handshake?
Oh, yeah.
He already
Are we all doing it at the same time? I've never done a 4-person handshake before.
He already says, "Do I owe you?" He's already counting the loss.
Of course, I know.
Not
That's
happening.
the fans we have.
Exactly.
Oh, no. The real question is, do you owe me 2? You owe me 2 bottles now.
You can't change it now.
Yeah, you owe me 2 bottles.
Oh, no. With Todd editing, we can do whatever we want.
We can, yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna do my own bourbon podcast with the 4 bottles.
I sure hope like that William Wolf I'm going to give you. All right, let's find out what actually won, and we'll bring it right
Fantastic.
back. Work it back, and we're going to talk about the runner-up, which is number 2, and this is a 2XO, and this is the Kauai blend.
Ooh.
And this was the third installment of the Icon series, because the first one I don't even know. Second was the Beekeepers blend,
Was it the Innkeepers?
the Innkeepers blend,
Yes.
which
It's got to be it.
got to be it.
Yep.
But we're talking about the Kauai blend, and this, he likes to give notice to what he's a big fan of. Like,
Yeah.
wherever they would vacation was Kauai.
Yeah.
And so they vacation there all the time, so that's why that's that blend. The Sneakerhead blend, he's a big sneakerhead. He collects a bunch of stuff that way. The Tribute blend, I didn't actually research that, but it ended up
He's in a tribute band.
basically taking last place anyways, so who cares? But the Kauai blend, that gave some good flavor.
Todd's on point with his commentary today.
He is. He's like Tony Romo, on the mic. He's just like, oh yeah, he's gonna do
It's
this.
like, hey, like we're gonna hike this, and then there's gonna go down left side, right side, and then you go block, and then all of a sudden, the tight end's gonna catch it at the 10-yard line and go in, and like, oh
Right.
damn,
Who saved- yeah.
Are you talking about Sam Laporta or Brock Wright?
oh,
Right.
Which one?
Tucker
Tight
Kraft.
end's going to go in the end zone.
Craft,
Tucker Kraft.
Craft.
As soon as the play happens, that's gonna be a flag. It's gonna be a flag.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the flag.
There's
Yeah,
the flag.
there's the flag. Yeah. Oh, it was a great play. And
Right.
And flag.
I love those like red flag commercials or like the kid's like, Mom, you never wanted to go to their house anyway for the game. It's like, no, that's not true. Red flag. It's like,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet.
The replay ones.
oh, the replay,
the
red
replay
flag.
ones.
Oh, I love it.
Now, like this podcast has turned to like, hey, like this is what it looks like when four guys get together and drink bourbon.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
what happens.
Our very first episodes were like, let's try to be professional.
No,
and let's-
Dan's party was my first episode. There was a lot of whiskey drank.
That's
in that
true.
episode.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that was amazing.
You weren't there for the first couple episodes though, and our
Right.
first couple,
Well, we were very professional,
No.
we were trying to be.
but I put on my unprofessional hat.
Yeah.
Milwaukee Brewers.
We were kind of like, let's just have more fun with this and let's be more real, and
Yeah.
people can relate to you
Yeah.
if you're just a person
Right.
instead of a robot.
And it's cool
You know?
because we're gonna be on Spotify soon. It's gonna be
Right. And our only deficit in these couple episodes is Mike, because he's more of a robot than human.
great. Well, Megatron, robots.
He's like, where'd this come from?
Poor guy. I can't get a
Poor
break.
guy, my friend.
I love it. I'm gonna love the 3 bottles of bourbon. tomorrow.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah, we made a little
Oh,
bet.
boy.
that he has to buy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I know.
We made a gentleman's bet.
It has to be. It should be from the state that you live in.
Ooh.
I like that.
Oh, geez, I
That
want
is.
that.
Yeah.
That's like
Is there anything that comes out of Michigan that's good?
like
We have
TP in
no
your own
idea.
house.
I have no idea.
Euchre.
Megatron.
You guys were just talking about how much you
Barry
love Euchre.
Sanders.
Megatron, Barry Sanders.
Best running back in one of my, actually, I'd say my favorite running backs out of Michigan. So, yeah, there was one.
And one of the best quarterbacks ever is from Michigan. So
I mean, come on. Let's
Yeah.
be real though.
Jared Goff?
Michigan,
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
college Michigan,
They're not the same.
college Michigan teams are pretty damn good.
Oh, they've been a thorn in their side for basketball too
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
All
can't disparage Michigan for all they deserve.
And they're part of the Midwest. You gotta appreciate it. They
We
make
like
great
Michigan.
beer.
Just like the rest of the country. Hop on
Exactly.
that Lions bandwagon. Join us.
Hope they
We're
continue.
accepting everyone. Just
They're
join
not
us.
used to it, so we'll see. So we're gonna go with the number 1 winner of this 2XO experience,
3
and it's number 3, and it is actually the Innkeeper's Blend.
Keeper's Blend.
And when I first tasted the Innkeeper's Blend, I was not a fan because
Really?
I was into sweeter bourbons at the time, and so when this came out, I was like, "Ooh, that's super dark."
Such as Billy Goat.
Yeah,
Billy.
right. So, and that's the only one I tried out of all of these, and I was not a fan.
Now
And
you
now
like it.
tasting them, I'm like, it's actually really good.
It is really good.
It's really good.
I really wish there was like age statements or anything on information on any of these. And nope.
I wish too, because I love transparency.
Yeah.
We're going off of someone's word, and it's a word of a marketer.
I don't know. Blender.
I mean, they figured
Well, now
it
he's a
out.
blender, yes.
Let's be honest. All these are
They're all
darn
good.
good.
But
Yeah.
the product is better than like the marketing is what I look
Yeah,
at it as.
yeah.
Like that's how I look at it
think
too. Like for a marketing standpoint, like you got to put out a good product and then you market. It's a little bit better on each one.
That true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're right, it did stand out that way because we started and it went and it got a little better. Whether that's just our palate getting just more comfortable with it, or if it actually is truly changing.
What I would say was thanks, Dixon, for making a great lineup of bourbon.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, I agree. That number 3 was pretty
Really
fantastic.
darn good. Yeah.
It was pretty fantastic.
Well, cheers.
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 Cheers to a great episode.
Cheers, everybody.
Mike, thanks for coming
Thanks for
over
coming.
to Wisconsin and experiencing the
Bumps.
Packers win.
Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you.
Go Lions.
Yeah, we really do appreciate it. A lot of people, when asked if they want to be part of this process, they kind of step back and be like, "No, I'm not comfortable." And you came in and you were a natural, and we really appreciate it.
Cheers.
Yep.
Yeah,
Cheers
it's
to you.
Freaking awesome.
And
Thanks for
cheers
your
to
time,
all
Mike.
you viewers, and we hope you like and subscribe and view our next episode.
Cheers.
you.
Bye.
Sounds like you two are just joining the Lions side, you know?
Whoa. Hey,
Oh,
what? No. No.
It sounds like you're really searching for people to join your.
There's plenty of room on the bandwagon.
my great friend
There is
Marty,
plenty of room because everybody jumped off before, so there's plenty of room.
No,
You look around the country, the Lions are favorite team right now.
my
Cowboys are no longer America's
one
team.
of
It's
my
all about the
greatest,
Lions.
one of my good friends, Marty, would just roll in his grave, or not grave, but he's
He's not even dead.
not dead.
Rolling his grave.
He's a Lions fan.
He does
but-
die.
Yeah,
But
no, he would.
We're putting him there.
Yeah, we're gonna put him there.
No, I agree with you, man. I mean, you as a fan, you've gone through so many years of hardship and and having actual talent on your team, and it just not going to
it's fun.
fruition.
Yeah.
So it's like, to me, I'm not even hating.
No,
I'm not even hating.
It's fun to watch.
I hope that you guys do good. I just hope you lose tomorrow.
But we can all agree that
You
the
can hope,
Bears
but
still suck,
it's not
right?
gonna happen. Oh yeah, fuck the Bears.
You'll take the division. Don't worry about it. You'll take the division. Just lose to the Packers.
Yeah.
I actually played Mike. He had never heard this, that there was an actual song, "The Bears Still Suck."
Oh,
I just heard that today for the
You
first
heard
time.
the Bears
nice.
Still
That's
Suck
fine.
song for the first time.
Fantastic song.
I actually went to
Right?
a Packers tailgate in Lambeau, and we were eating bear meat for the Packers game.
Oh, that's choice. That is choice.
Like, if you want to hear anything more Wisconsin than that, like, that's the most Wisconsin thing.
That is the most
We do the
Wisconsin
Vikings
thing.
too, but I'm pretty sure it's illegal.
Right.